Right, everybody, let's talk about Amorim's ideal midfield at Manchester United. We'll be talking about which players will be in, which players will be out, and really kind of thinking what Amorim will shape. Now, we're going to be talking about the players that we have only available at Manchester United, because there's no point talking about players that we may look to sign in the future, because I'm talking about the here and now. But let's get straight into it. So, Amorim, he plays with two midfielders, obviously in a 3-4-3, two midfielders, two wing-backs. Obviously, with the options at Manchester United, there are quite a few options that United can play. I think we have got quite a few midfielders to play in that position. Now, as I said, Ruben Amorim, the formation he likes to play is a 3-4-3. Now, the immediate midfield for me would be Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo. Listen, Casemiro's had a great run of games at Manchester United and he's been very, very sharp and putting a good few performances. But the thing that Amorim likes in that midfield is intensity. And that's something that I don't think, particularly Eriksen, I don't think Casemiro has that either, is that intensity. And that is a real struggle. And I think that could be something which sees a lot of players out of this Manchester United team, whether that be sort of in that midfield position or even in other positions as well. If you don't have intensity, you are going to really struggle. And that's something Amorim does really pride himself of, to be honest with you. Now, obviously, they won their last game 4-2. They play normally with a 6 and an 8. As I said, at Manchester United, it will probably be, I think it will be Ugarte. Obviously, Ugarte is a player that he knows a lot from his time at Sporting, and they have a very good relationship, and a player who really did develop under Amorim to get that big move. Ugarte is a very good player. And listen, he does lack the technical side of things, but having Kobbie Mainoo next to him, I think will massively help. Yes, he is good on the ball technically, and I think that partnership can really work. It's got that balance. I think Ugarte being that sort of defensive-minded player, Mainoo being someone who can progress with the ball up the pitch, then that duo at Manchester United will really excel and really start to form a connection, which I'm very, very happy about, because Mainoo's a player who's fantastic, and yes, he's been out with injury at the moment, but I think he's a player Amorim will like a lot. Now, in the 6, as I said, it will be Ugarte. We've also got other options. You've got Bruno, you can even put him in there. Obviously, you have to think about Eriksen and Casemiro. Maybe they will definitely get minutes for Manchester United. You've got Mason Mount. I think Mount could be a key player under Amorim, and someone who has been talked about. Obviously, Mount can play a bit further forward in the inside 10. But yeah, that would be my midfield. I think it's got very good connection, very good formation. I don't think they have played together before, or they may have, but I think Ugarte and Mainoo can have a very, very good relationship, very compact. Both very young players. I think, as I said, Mainoo has that technical ability, driving with the ball, which they can both do relatively well, and Ugarte has that defensive prowess to protect the back four as well. As I said, Sporting play with the 2, but also it's about the whole team sort of defending and that whole team sort of structure. But listen, let me know your thoughts. Would you go with Eriksen? Would you put Casemiro in there? Would you put Mount, Bruno potentially in there? Like, what would you do with that Amorim midfield too? A lot of people have been talking about it. There's been a lot of speculation online. Who will be those midfield two? As I said, I would go... I would go with Casemiro. Sorry, I would go with Ugarte and Mainoo. But as I said, let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's honestly see what happens. But yeah, very, very, very excited with Amorim coming. I'm just looking at all the stuff going on that line. At Manchester United at the current moment, it's mainly just about Amorim. To be fair to you, yeah. But let me know your thoughts. As I said, what would your midfield be? As I said, Ugarte, Mainoo. Who else would you put in there? There's certainly a lot of options and a lot of combinations. You may see Ugarte and Casemiro start his first game, but you definitely could also see rotation. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Obviously, I'm going to talk about his ideal attack and what that may look like. Obviously, the 2 inside forwards and the 10. Check out the videos on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will keep the content coming to you guys. But yeah, let's honestly see what happens. I'm very, very excited, very confident that he will have a good time at Manchester United, and hopefully he can bring the success back, because that's ultimately something we do need. Thanks for watching. Ideal midfield.